Welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm your host, Ninon de Pureza, and of course Vegas Live with Ninon. Here we are. I was just looking over there because we've got a bunch of guests over there, and they're all like, but I love them all, and I hate to ask them to be quiet, but we're on air.
That's okay.
And this time is for Cody Hancock.
That's correct.
I got the name right, which is very hard for me. Now, as you know, I don't pre-interview. But I asked one question, is what is their main thing they do? So I said, what's the main thing you do, Cody? He said, I'm a wrestler. So are you a lightweight wrestler? Heavy? I don't know what you are.
I would be considered a lightweight right now, but
So they call Cody a lightweight?
Yes. Yes. And I'm a very technically skilled lightweight at that.
A very technically skilled lightweight, whatever that may be, I'm going to find out. So you are a boxer?
No, I'm a professional wrestler. A pro wrestler.
So a wrestler and a boxer are two completely. See, this is how much I know about it.
Yeah, so a boxer is going to wear gloves.
Oh,
and
you
they're going
don't
to punch
wear.
people. I don't wear gloves.
So you're the one that picks people up and throws them down?
Correct.
I often now. Do you get hurt with that?
All the time. I've gone through plenty of injuries, but I'm thankful to say that I am still doing this after 14 years.
And are you still sane?
Probably not. Yeah, I mean, it depends on who you ask.
He's insane. No,
Slightly.
I'm just teasing. Not you. So you do wrestling. You've been doing it for 15 years.
Yes.
So what got you into wrestling?
I was just a fan growing up, and
You just want to be thrown around and beaten up and...
I figured that I could. I had some health issues growing up, and then once I was 18, I had them taken care of.
What was that?
Oh, I think it's somebody's canteen, but
We're not in the canteen.
I was able to circumvent those issues, and then it was what I wanted to do.
Anything bad?
I had a major lung surgery when I was 18 years old.
Oh my goodness, that was so young to have that.
Oh yeah.
So obviously you couldn't be a singer.
I couldn't be a singer. I tried.
Did
but
you try?
I tried, but it didn't work.
The shower worked very well. You know, we all love the shower and the bathtub and sing away there. And nobody hears us, sees us, and it's really great.
Well, I mean, my neighbors might hear me. I tend to scream sing.
That's because of it. Now, when you went into the wrestling, when you first started it, was it what you expected, or was it kind of a little bit harder?
It was what I expected, but it was hard. So I knew what I was signing up for. So before I started training, there was a movie called Beyond the Mat that was kind of a documentary that kind of let people know what the industry was. Yeah. So, and it was exactly what I was expecting it to be.
But you didn't. I mean, when you get thrown, I watched this, and I watched them getting thrown on the floor. I'm calling it a floor. I guess it's the ring. They get thrown on the floor in the ring.
Yes.
I'll get that right.
On the canvas.
On the canvas. Oh, is that what they call it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So when you get thrown on the canvas, and you kind of brace yourself, or do you relax so you won't get hurt as much? Because if you brace yourself, you can crack bones, right?
Yes, and there's...
So what's the trick?
There's some falls that you're going to take where you're going to have to brace yourself, and then there are other ones where you just kind of have to let go and just relax. So it's a combination of different tension and pressure and contact and timing. It's very intricate for each individual movement that happens.
See, I'm asking these questions because I personally don't know, and I'm sure a lot of people out there don't know, a lot of women don't know, but then also there's women that do this as well.
Absolutely. I've trained plenty of women. I train men as well. So
now we're going into something else. So
yes.
You're a trainer as well.
Yes. So I've been training people for probably the last 5 or 6 years, and I've trained students that have actually gone on WWE.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yes.
Now, tell people, what is WWE?
Well, World Wrestling Entertainment, that is.
Okay, World Wrestling Entertainment. Just so I know, I might know what it is, you know what it is, some people don't know what it is.
Yes.
So if somebody would like to come and, you are doing it in Vegas, right?
Yes.
Or do you do it all over?
Well, I'll do it wherever you'll have me, but mainly in Vegas for Future Stars of Wrestling.
Yes.
And we're located on 6035 Harrison Drive. And I'm typically there Thursdays from 5 to 9. So if anybody wants to come and check out a class.
What's the phone number?
Okay. It's a telephone number for Future Stars of Wrestling. You're just going to have to contact me. It's 702-820-9521.
Now, there's no complications. You're going to go straight to Cody, which is always better, because sometimes when you go through other people, things happen. So straight to Cody if it's what you want to start doing. What age should a young lady or a man start this?
So I would recommend, I'd say about mid to late teens. Our school does have a kids class, but there's only so much that the kids can do.
Yeah.
But in
Because
order
their
for
bones are a
them,
little bit more delicate.
oh, absolutely.
So, okay, so this is a good question, which you probably know. What age is it that your bones, either sex, are complete, they fall?
I think for men and women it's different. I
Oh.
believe that men end up going until 25, and I think that women may go until 28, 30, but I would have to have somebody else
you have
answer
to
that
be,
question.
So you have to be careful then.
Yes.
Because if you go into this thing as a teenager, say you're going to start at 16.
Yes.
I would imagine that's kind of a sort of age where people would start.
About 16 to 18.
18 to 18. And I would think that's a time when you really have to be careful.
Yes.
But you can start making your bones strong.
Absolutely, weightlifting is a huge, huge part of my life. My fiance is a competitive power lifter as well, and she's offered plenty of help to her students as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, and how long does it take for a student to be able to go into the ring and perform and have an audience?
It really depends because
them.
everybody, kind of makes their own progress. I've seen people that were ready within 6 months, miraculously, and then I myself, I wasn't ready until I was about a year and a half in because I really wasn't good. I just didn't go anywhere, and then I just got good by osmosis.
You got good because you were persistent on this is what you really wanted to do.
Correct.
Absolutely. So now we're going to go into the championships. So what have you won and what have you done?
So I have had multiple match of the years for Future Stars of Wrestling. One in 2014 and one in 2016. And I am currently one half of the Without a Cause Tag Team Champions, and that is a promotion that's based in Everett, Washington. My tag team partner's name is Jacob Austin Young.
Okay.
And I have also had the Future Stars of Wrestling No Limits Championship. I've won Most Hated, I've won Most Loved.
Oh, wait a second.
Yes.
You get an award for being the most hated.
Yes.
I can understand getting an award to be the most loved.
Yes, I've gotten both. I've had both.
So they love you and they hate you.
And it's depending on how I feel.
So this is a mental gymnastics, no?
Yes, it is.
It is?
It absolutely is. It catches people off guard
Oh, it does.
every now and again. Because sometimes you make people like you and then you do something bad to make them hate
Well,
you.
that's right, because you could be in the ring and but you're all happy. How'd you do it? We're gonna wrestle.
And then all you gotta do is gouge somebody in the eyes and they're not gonna like you too much anymore.
And also when you win.
Yes.
If you're the winner, they certainly don't like you, I would imagine, because they're in to win as well.
Oh yeah.
So every time you go into the ring and you go onto the canvas,
Yes.
I'm getting these all right. There's technical things. I'm learning. You go in there to win.
Yes.
What motivation and what do you have to put within your body to do that? What do you have? Where do you put your mind, and how do you think?
I think that everybody has a different process, but for me, I treat wrestling as if it was real. So
Well, it is real.
when you go into a situation to when you have to do something physically to somebody, or even let somebody do something physical to yourself,
you, yeah.
yes, there's a camaraderie between everyone.
Yes, I never thought of it that way.
Yes, and everybody is kind of there for the same thing.
So you're in the ring to win, and if you're in the ring to win, you're gonna, I don't know, you call it punching or hitting or whatever.
Yes.
What are the terminologies?
There's strikes. There's different strikes.
So they call them strikes.
Yes.
Okay, because I want to get the right terminology here. So when you strike somebody, you have to strike that person within your mind to win that strike,
Yes.
which is to either get them down. Now, when you get them down, I know you have to hold them down.
Yes.
And you have to have their back blades have to be on the canvas.
Yes, for a count of 3.
For a count of 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. Do you know what another count of 3, which is taking the subject completely away, is at a stop sign. If you go to a stop sign, all you have to do is count 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you can go off.
Yeah, I highly recommend it on the Vegas roads.
This is a true. I mean, I found
It's
this
a true
out.
statement.
It is a true. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you count 3, as long as you've been there for 3 seconds. I don't mean 3 hours.
Yeah, don't say 3 hours. You might have someone honk at you.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But you said 3. So it's the same thing. So they have to have both their blades. I've watched this, so obviously I know a little bit. And I know they're trying to hold it down. And they know there's that count of 3, and they're counting the 3, and you're counting the 3.
Yes.
So they're counting the 3 to get that blade off. Because both blades have to be.
Correct. Both blades have to be down in
Down.
order for the referee to count.
To count. And
Yes.
the referee count. So as soon as the blades go down, he counts, not before or not after.
Correct.
Okay. And does that have to happen just the right of way when they go down?
So there's different techniques that you can use for pins. So there's
What did you call it?
pins.
Pins.
So pinning your opponent to the mat. So
pinning.
there's some people that will rely on like a heavy impact move before they attempt to pin
Okay.
because they know that they're going to be incapacitated long enough.
There's pinning them to the canvas.
Yes. Then there's other pins that might not have an impact before it, but just something that rolls somebody up so tight onto their shoulder blades they can't wiggle out. So that's another way to do it.
Okay. So if you want to pin somebody, because pinning is to win.
Yes.
That's how you win. Okay.
And there's also submissions. You can put somebody in a submission hold and have them give up.
And what's it? What's this? Oh, I haven't had enough of this. I don't want to be beaten up
You
anymore.
need to give yourself more credit. You know enough. You know enough.
I don't know. Well, I'm just trying to think how it would be. So you could just turn around, and well, how do you do it? You just give up.
So there's like, if I twisted
tell
your
your-
arm behind your head, you might give up. I rely heavily on submissions because I am a lightweight and I've had to
Back to the
wrestle.
lightweight again.
Yes, I've had to wrestle heavier opponents than me, and I do rely on submissions more than I rely on pinfalls.
Okay.
So in order to win my matches.
So I was going to ask you your secret. What is your secret? But then if you tell me your secret, they'll all know out there, won't they? And they'll be waiting for it.
They might try
So,
to. They might try to put me away.
Yeah. So I can't really ask him his secret. What's your secret? I can't really do that. So we're not
yes.
telling his secret. Do you know why? Because a secret is a secret, and if he tells me, it's no longer a secret anymore.
That's a true
Then
statement.
you'd have to try something else.
And it's the James Bond adage. I would have
Yeah.
to kill you if you told you the secret. I wouldn't do that to
And
you.
now I'm on air, so whatever comes out of his mouth right now is you know we're going streaming live. Don't
Oh
you?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, good. As long as you know that, because you can say anything you want now.
Well, I'm not going to say anything I
You're
want
not
because
gonna
I still
say-
have to be a gentleman
Yeah.
in a public setting.
So how many real fights or competitions do you roughly do a year? Is it a minimum or just one a month? Or?
It's always varying. This month, I'm wrestling this Friday at the Future Stars Wrestling Arena, which I listed the address earlier. I
Tell us
also
again.
it's 6035 Harrison Drive. The show is at 7 p.m. So just Future Stars of Wrestling on any form of social media that you find, you'll be able to find information about us. And
Can
then-
I get drinks and food and anything there?
At this venue, unfortunately not, because this is our wrestling school, but
Okay.
there's other venues that we perform in throughout
which they
town that
can.
have
So keep
full
an eye on
bars
this.
and things like that.
So keep an eye on your website.
Yes.
And are you on Instagram and Facebook and
Yes,
everything?
so
Under what?
cutthroatcody.com and at cutthroatcody on any form of social media.
Absolutely amazing. And so what's your next real big fight? Not fight, I guess wrestling.
That would be Friday. So
Friday is
I'm
this-
taking
this Friday?
This Friday I'm taking on our Future Stars of Wrestling heavyweight champion by the name of Alexander Hammerstone. He's 265 pounds.
Oh my goodness, if I were you, I'd run the other way.
Oh no, I've been in the ring with him before, and it was when I was really undersized. So he used to outweigh me by 100 pounds, but now he only outweighs me about 60.
Okay, this is a good question, I think. We'll find out. Is it the physical being, or is it being bigger and heavier? Because it doesn't seem as if it is.
So for me, I used to be overweight in not a good way. So
Yeah.
I was 250 pounds and I was very unhealthy. So I worked really hard in losing a lot of weight, but then when promoters would see me, it was hard to get work because I was considered undersized.
Okay.
So where there are
You have to get
undersized
yourself
competitors,
into medium where you should be.
Yes.
Are you in a good place right now?
oh, absolutely. This is the most physically active I've been in my life.
Really?
So I'm doing well.
You're doing well.
Yes.
Is there I know there's an age to start. Is there an age limit to stop doing it, or is that what you feel that you don't want to do it anymore?
It's individual, based on individual basis. There's a lot of people that are still doing this well into their 40s and well into their 50s. So it just depends on how long your
Depends
body
on the
can hold
person.
up.
Yeah,
Yes.
depends on the person of how they can go. And how long roughly does what do you call it? A tournament? Or not a tournament? When two people are in the ring, how roughly long are you in there? Roughly.
I've had
3 rounds, 4 rounds?
They're normally not done by rounds. It's normally done until the match is over.
Just one. So just one round. Just one round.
And most matches that on a higher level, if you're a higher paid wrestler, you're probably going to have matches that are going to typically go about 25 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I have students that have wrestled for an hour before. So
they're in shape.
Oh, absolutely.
So you have to be 100 in shape. What sort of mind or what sort of disposition do you have to have? I guess for men and women, young ladies and young men, dispositions you have to go into this. You have to have a kind of a different mind.
You have to be understanding that you are openly participating in a function that you are going to get hurt in. And as long as you are okay with the bumps and the bruises, then you are going to be fine.
Absolutely amazing. Well, Cody's given us a tremendous amount of information. Absolutely wonderful. I love it all. So maybe more of our students and our younger generation will go to your studio, which your phone number again?
It's 702-820-9521, and just check out Future Stars of Wrestling.
There you go. And maybe this will give you something to do rather than sort of wandering around not doing anything. This could give you a startup. See if you like it. It's something, that's been around for years.
Absolutely. And also to say there's a lot of other promotions in town too that I do work for, but I mainly train at Future Stars of Wrestling.
Wonderful. And don't forget we're at Mariposa, which is amazing. And of course, don't forget my producer, Maria Pureza. Absolutely amazing. And of course, her company is Social Media Shows. She produces it and does everything for me, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm Ninon de Rosa. And also, don't forget to go to YouTube and maybe become a member or whatever. Just check it all out.
Subscribe,
I love
like
that.
to the videos, and I have the opportunity to check out the YouTube channel, and I am currently a subscriber as well.
Isn't that wonderful? See, my guests are doing all the right thing. I love it, I love it all. We shall be right back with our next guest. Take care.
I will never